yourself, do you really think it's gonna help if you always fighting yourself, trying to forget how you felt? Just take a look at yourself. Can't even be your own friend, cause you're way too stuck in your head. How do you think it's gonna end? Nothing that they could do, nothing that they could say, nothing that they could do to take all the pain away. Sometimes it works out and sometimes it don't. Sometimes you win some and sometimes you won't. But we could be everything, everything, anything that we see we could be. We could be everything that we want. We could be everything, everything, anything that we see we could be. We could be anything that we want. You think if they said it, then they must mean it. So you should feel it, somehow you think that you need it. Others' opinions, to know how you're feeling, to know if you're losing or winning, left behind or within it. If you're sinking or swimming, existing or living. Nothing that they could do, nothing that they could say, nothing that they could do to take all the pain away. Sometimes it works out and sometimes it don't. Sometimes you win some and sometimes you won't. But we could be everything, everything, anything that we see we could be. We could be everything that we want. We could be everything, everything, anything that we see we could be. We could be anything that we want. But we could be everything, everything.
Hey, what's up, guys? I hope I'm sounding good. How do I sound, guys? Welcome in. Welcome to the live. Happy Saturday to you all. Hey, Mixology. Thank you for coming through, hon. And welcome, Cool Gamer. Haven't seen you in a while. Welcome in. Happy Saturday to you. All right. I hope I sound good. I changed settings in StreamYard. I probably should have left it alone, but hopefully. Anyway, welcome. Happy Saturday. What a blessing day. Welcome to all of my replay gang. Welcome in, Mixology. It was a blessing to spend time with you yesterday with that delicious roast. Girl. Yes, I was enjoying it. That roast beef, honey. You was doing a good job, honey, on that food. I know it was delicious. Did you post the results on your community board? Anyway, so, okay. Thank you. Thank you for the sound check. I'm glad I'm sounding good. Okay, so listen, by now, and I know some of you guys are starting with us later, but it's never too late for Women's History Month, doing our vision boards. Some of us is doing the manual, the traditional one with the poster board or with your journal, where you are hands-on cutting out the magazines, your quotes, and all that good stuff and adding it to a poster board. Some people put them in picture frames to save so they can just have forever and watch their progress and everything goes, how it goes. And some of us is doing digital. I was going to challenge myself and do two. I was going to do both, a traditional and a digital. I still might. But I thought this would be a breeze when you're doing a digital. Have you ever done a digital vision board, Mixology? Or have you done I can't remember if you said you did a vision board before. Have you done a vision board before? If not, I've done one. Oh my God, it's been so long ago. I kind of just keep a journal now, but I never really did, a picture journal. Okay, you did in Pinterest. Okay, okay. Now, I have a question about Pinterest. Now, this is going to be an open panel, so if you don't mind, you could come up if you want, chat it up and everything. So it's an open panel just for questions and talk. So by now, we should have chosen the type of vision board you wanted to create, whether it's going to be a digital or a cork vision board or a paper vision board. I'm doing a theme based vision board. You can do a theme based vision board where you're picking out certain areas in your life that you want to focus on for 2023. What do you want to improve in 2023 and make that vision come to reality? So you can do a theme base or a vision book, as I just spoke of, where you write in there your details of what you would like to improve on, things like that. The first process was to sit down and think about all the things that you would like to accomplish in a short-term goals, your short-term goals. And I named some categories that you can think about before starting your vision board. So we're going to just go ahead and give a quick brush up on what those are. Okay. So you can work out a Pinterest or in Canva, both of those, to create your digital board. You can use Pinterest and Canva to create your poster boards as well. Hey, Indigo. Hey, hon. Hey. Okay, you're doing a wellness board again. Okay, good. So you're just going to focus on wellness. Great. So by now, so that's great. So you know you're going to do, are you going to do, okay, so that's great. So good. If you're going to do the wellness, that's good. Focus. I was speaking on that on my last live, not to overwhelm yourself with too many categories to complete in the year. Indigo said, I'm still working on it because I changed my mind on some goals, but I'm about to post this cute board I got. Oh, awesome. I can't wait to see it, Indigo. But see, that is the beauty of doing the poster board. And especially if you're working on if you're doing it digitally, see, you can change it as you go. So it is, I just find Pinterest overwhelming. I don't know about you guys. And that means that it's hard for me to stick on the categories that I picked out. The gold life domains. Remember, whether you're working on health, career, family, wealth, love, knowledge, maybe going back to school is what I mean is knowledge, or taking up a training, taking up some courses or something like that. Hobbies, if you're interested in getting, trying out new hobbies, whether it be sewing, whatever it is. Are you doing some community and giving back, working in your community, giving back to the community, doing some pay it forwards, things of those natures. Those are great goals to do as well throughout the year. Okay. Me, myself, I chose business, to work on my business, travel, my personal and family, a little health, spiritual, and finance. So I think the finance piece goes more into my personal journey and business, kind of tying that up in there. So I find that Pinterest is a little bit overwhelming a little bit, because it have me opening up too many doors, and I want to keep my focus on the categories that I chose to improve in 2023. And then in 2024, I may add on to those. Hey, welcome, April Showers. How are you, Miss April? Welcome to the live, and happy Saturday to you. Thank you for stopping in. Everyone speaking to one another. Yes, it is so much on Pinterest, Indigo, and I am finding myself very, very a little bit overwhelmed a little bit, and it kind of slowed my pace down, if you know what I mean. it slowed me down from completing my vision board because I'm seeing so much stuff. And even though I wrote everything that I dropped the link because I said this is an open panel. This is a safe space. We can discuss what our challenges are. So that is what this live is for today, is pushing our way forward and getting through our challenges of what it is that is stopping us from flowing easily through our vision boards and completing it. Hey, welcome Wellness with Frugal Mama. How you doing? Happy Saturday to you. I was just watching one of your videos yesterday too. And I was moving around watching so many videos. I forgot to comment. So I'm so sorry. And I will go back and comment later on today. So I apologize for that. So yes, welcome into the live. Welcome to all my replay gang as well. So yes, my challenge is Pinterest have so much stuff. I think the magazines, I didn't want to do the poster board. I stopped my magazine subscriptions. It was just too much. Then I went to go look and say, oh, I'm just going to go buy a couple of magazines. Guys, do you know magazines now are $15 and $16? That's insane. There is no way I just can't. I cannot spend $15 on a magazine that I'm about to rip out pages and cut out pictures. Okay? I was just like, okay, that's out. I'm not doing that one. Okay? Those of you who are joining us with this challenge, it's not even a challenge. It's more of a challenging ourselves to creating goals, sticking to them, and completing them by December. Okay? By December 31st, being done with those goals, we have accomplished them, whether they are adding to our plans for 2024. We are going to pursue our goals and accomplish them. That is what this is all about. Pursuing them and accomplishing them. So I appreciate y'all coming. And so I just wanted to see what challenges everyone is having. Can we help each other? This is what this live is. I'm only going to be here for 30 minutes. So it's going to be a quick live because tomorrow I plan to come on and move through the next steps. I'm still learning how to use StreamYard because I would like to do some videos of showing me going through Pinterest, working through Canva. And I just find it so, kind of hard. You know what I mean? Is that you, Mixology? Hey, biggest support group. How are you? Thank you so much for stopping through. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you for stopping by. Hey, 1SP! Happy Saturday! What is going on? I saw you do that challenge, the taco. Did you do the taco challenge? No, you did the corn. You had some corn and the sauce and all that good stuff going on in the bowl. Is that you? Mixology, I was just checking to see if that's you. Let me put up my banner. Let me see who this is. Let me see who this is. Let me grab me a banner and okay, gotcha. Okay. Hey, Mixology, welcome to
Jill.
How are you on this beautiful Saturday?
I'm tired, but I'm blessed. Like, tired is a sign of a good work. You know what I mean?
Yes, yes, absolutely. Listen, you could be tired from sickness and all different types of stuff. So if you did something that was positive and meaningful in your life and get it done, whether that means chores, children. Listen, that's a blessing.
Right. It is. It is. We got something done today. Got something accomplished.
Amen to that. Yes. So, how are you doing with how? What do you find challenging with the vision board?
So I'm an all over kind of person. I
Okay.
can't focus on one thing, because I'm an Aries. I get bored easily. And sometimes like I get that block, right? But last year what I did for my vision board, it was really nice for me because I was focused on wellness as well.
Okay.
I don't know what happened when I hit 40, but it was just something different. I don't know about these 40s. Um so last year I chose one thing from every area of wellness, right? But
Yeah.
I noticed that a couple areas I don't really need to like focus on. I'm pretty good on those on my own, whether I am conscious or not about it. So this time around, I thought about what areas that I like really struggle with last year, and I just want to continue on that. So what I what I eventually want to do, hopefully in a couple years, I could move on to something different, like other kind of goals. Does that
Yeah.
make sense?
No,
So
that
like
makes sense.
last year I focused on all 8 areas of wellness and I did really good in 2. So I knocked those 2 off of my vision board. Not that I'm not going to continue the work that I did last year in those areas, but I don't feel like I need to focus so much on that because I'm good in that.
Well, that's
So,
the point. Like once
yeah,
you accomplish, it's time to take it off.
right.
Okay.
And so that's what, but I didn't take it off. I'm just not adding to it. Does that make
No,
sense?
that's what I mean. It's
Okay.
once you
Yeah.
accomplish something. Say if it was only way you wanted to re-enter those things back on is if it's something that you want to perfect, change, or do something with them. But if they are
Right.
going good for you right now and they need no fixings, then there's no need to put them back on again, right? Because you can
Right.
move.
Right.
That's
That's
why
exactly.
that's what holds us back a lot because
Yeah.
we
I don't want to
continue
keep
working
focusing on the
on
same areas of my life that I'm not struggling with, because
exactly.
that's how you become stagnant. You just like, oh, I'm really good in this area. So since I'm good here, I'm going to just focus on that. I focus on my strength, but I also want to better my weaknesses. So this
Absolutely.
year, like I
Absolutely.
in finance, I chose we're getting a raise and I'm comfortable with my income the way it is. Like, of course, we always want more money and more income, but as far as my bills and everything, like I could cover everything. So, what I was thinking is instead of finding other things to spend that money on, I just want to save that raise. So,
Absolutely. That's the
uh,
plan. I mean, but that's the purpose though. The purpose isn't getting a raise or getting more money to spend. That's
but
not
that's what I've been doing. But a lot of
yeah.
it, I think a lot of it too is like I didn't go to college, so it's not like, I started out making a lot of money. I literally started at the bottom of the totem pole in my company and I worked my way up, you know. But
Yes.
because I did start at the bottom, I started at $8 an hour. You know what I'm saying? So over the time that I've been there, I've been able to like get comfortable in life with my income. It wasn't always that way. So it was like, say for example, when I was making $18 an hour, I was barely making ends meet.
Right.
So then when I hit 21 an hour, it was like, oh, now I can make ends meet. Right. Then when I hit 25 an hour, then it was like, oh, now I can buy me a car. So it was like, now that I'm at the point where I have the things that I need, I don't really need anything too much, you know. Um, I just want to save that. You know, I don't want to spend it. Like I just want to take that raise this year, whatever it is, the last paycheck that I had, you know, before the raise, that's going to be my base, you know. And then anything that's over that base check, that's what I'm going to save. Like I'm not touching it, you know. Um and then for my occupation, for me, I deal with a lot of people, and I deal with a lot of people with empathy, because I don't believe that, you know, my employees are just a number or just an employee. Yeah, we work for the company. Yeah, you know, but I'm very understanding, almost too understanding, you know. So just holding them more accountable for the results instead of holding myself accountable. Because what I tend to do is when things are going well, I give them the praise. And then when things aren't going well, I take the responsibility for it, when we should all share the responsibility and the praise, you know? So
Amen.
just thinking about it differently, you know. Um, but I still want to be like the kind of leader that I am. Like I don't want to change the
And
empathy.
and
I
and,
just want
and
to
that's
hold them more accountable.
gotcha. And so, you know, to bring it back onto when that's what I mean by the visions, is that once we see things, that that's what makes us notice. These vision board makes you notice things that you can change. What you
Right.
can
And it don't even
change
have
and
to be
things
no
that
big
you
thing.
exactly.
Hmm.
It's about the little things that you can change, and then the things that you can't change. You know what? Find a spiritual one, you know, a spiritual mode where you can let that go. Let
Hmm.
that go and open up more doors and rooms for the things that you can change.
Right.
Indigo, just reading in the chat so everybody can feel, bring me back up before I
Yes,
get
yes.
too far. Indigo said, I will narrow it down with pictures I got on the internet because I'm not about to pay $10 on a magazine just to cut a few pictures out. That's what I
Uh-huh.
found
Yeah.
challenging. I was like, I'm going to stick to this virtual. Hey, Vibrant, welcome to the live. Thank you for stopping
I do
in.
have a little tip for that if you want magazines. Um, what I did in the past is I went to like my doctor's office and my dentist's office, and I just asked them, do they have like a stash of magazines or anything that they're not like putting out? Because you know how they always have magazines out. And
This is the thing, though. I know
they
where
gave
you're
them
going
to
with this. My thing is about that. One second. Biggest said work on new all the goals doctor had for me, for him. Wait,
me. Mhm.
had me to for him to do for him. I think this last couple of months are done. It's a blessing. That's a blessing. Good for you. Biggest support group. That's amazing. The thing about that with picking up any kind of magazines is me, I, personally, when it comes to your goals, you should get magazines that relates to you. You should it should be something that you're focused on and that you normally look at normally, because hence that's about you, your personality. So
Right.
that's what I get from the magazine. See, that's where I say about Pinterest. It gets overwhelming because then you start seeing all these different things, and now you done switched up your goals and now you want to do something different. Hey, B
Oh
Hot
no, I
Nation
don't do
TV,
like I
welcome.
don't do that. What I did, I had some Better Home magazines because I do like Better Home, right?
Me too.
But what I did honestly is, you know how they use like big lettering for the headlines and stuff? I would just find the letters I need and cut them up and make my own quote with it. So I use the magazine for words, quotes, letters. Like I use it for more than just the pictures and stuff. You know what I mean? And I got all my magazines free, and they were like Better Home, Good, what was the Eating Well one? Like it was a lot of good things, you know. But I was just saying, if you don't want to go buy them and you see them, a lot of times they gonna just throw them away anyway.
Yeah, that's true. And that's true. I just was saying, something personally, me thinking, when
Right,
I'm
more
working on
geared
my
towards what you
vision, I
do.
want to really, really pull it into my personal realm so that I can stay focused and praying that something in there kind of light fire under my
Mm.
desire, my desire to motivate me to really, really do that thing. And so I do get it though. Yes, that's the cheapest way to do it because they do throw those things out.
Yeah, after like a month or so, you know, having them out there, throw them away. Um,
Yes,
what
that's
about
true.
you? What are some of the other things that you working on?
So, I mentioned I am working on, and there's small goals to things. So I'm working on um, my business, revamping it for the near before I do a new launch out to my business because I put it on hold. There was so much
Mm.
stuff going on, so I kind of paused for a moment. I do little side things, but not too much with my business. So that's what I'm gearing into my business of being more trying to, of course, increase revenue.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And trying to be a little bit more organized with it and learning different taps into learning how to write grants and things of that nature. So that is something I'm working on a business, what my business goals. Traveling, which is small. I'm doing small travel. I want to do that because I stopped traveling since COVID. So, and
Yeah.
I'm a little nervous. So that is working on two. That is working. The travel is going to help me with the other categories that I want, my personal and health,
Yeah.
because COVID gave me anxiety.
I
Okay.
think it gave a lot of people
Um,
anxiety.
and so this will be my big bang of getting back on an airplane, you know. And so I've been working up the steps. So personally, that's something that I've been working on, building up that to that
Yeah,
day.
COVID
So
gave me a thing too, and it's called I need to declutter this house.
yes, yeah,
I'm like, we spent so much time in this house, and then during that time, people moved in, moved out, left stuff behind. I was just looking around the other day, and it's not like I don't know how to describe it, but it just irks me.
so let me ask you a question. Are you proficient? Like, how good? I used Pinterest as fun and pleasure.
Hmm.
And now that I started doing this vision board, oh my God, why do I find Pinterest challenging? I don't know what happened.
Do
I guess
you
because
use
now
a
I'm
lot of
looking for a
keywords?
specific thing.
Or do you just use like some keywords? Because with Pinterest, you could get down to the nitty gritty. But the thing is, once you hit on something, you know, it's like it just keep evolving, evolving, evolving. So
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
I
Not
try to
that
stay
you
on my
put me down.
keywords when I'm
Okay.
looking for certain things. So, like for example, if it's like affirmations, I don't want to go too far out of affirmations because it'll get you to just inspirational quotes. You know what I mean? Like, or to the Bible, or you know, it could take you so many different places.
Right. Indigo says smaller goals is best. It's more obtainable and you can see quicker results, and that's motivating, and later work on bigger goals. For example, put 10 put wait, put lost 10 pounds because you can see it quicker versus 100 pounds. Absolutely. Absolutely. And I do that with my losing weight goals as well. I do not jump out the window. I start small. I start with lose 25 pounds for this month or 2 months. If I get to 25 pounds down in 2 weeks, then hey, that's good. But I'll say 25 pounds in 2 months. That means I'm, giving myself room. I'm not going to set myself up for failure. I'm not going to set me up for being disappointed, or
me, even if I don't attain my goal 100%, I don't get down on myself if I make progress. It's when I go backwards that I get down on myself. So like if I say I'm gonna lose 25 pounds and I lose 15, I'm still happy. I don't get down about that. I get down if I say I'm gonna lose 25 pounds and I gain 5. You know what I mean? Like that's when I get mad at myself because it's like, dude, you didn't even try. You didn't do nothing.
Absolutely.
You actually went backwards. So for me, forward movement is always positive movement, and it's all compound, interest if you think about it. If you want to lose 100 pounds, yeah, it should be 10 pounds at a time. I think you should have an end result, an end goal, in mind.
Right.
For myself, my doctor told me I need to be 150, and I told her, you are crazy. I would never be 150. I'm not saying that I like being big, but I never ever want to be skinny. Like that's not who I am. You know what I mean? I've been big my whole life. I can't ever see myself as a skinny person, period. And I don't want to be. I just want to be healthy. And to me, healthy is different for everyone else. Like I look at the BMI chart only for like morbidly obese. You know what I mean? I don't want to hit that because that is where you get into like health complications and limitations, right? And I'm saying that because I personally got there and I know what my knees and my back and everything couldn't do. But for me, my goal weight would still be considered overweight.
Same here for me. Mine's too. But yeah, I'm not trying to be skinny or anything like that. So it's just, I say, when it feels good to you, as long as you are not hindering your health, which is very important. I think that's very important not to, just really pay attention and make sure that you're not, putting yourself in the red zone. So yeah.
Right. Yeah. And that's, for me, for a long time, I never had any issues being overweight.
And One second. D-Hop Nation said he has one. I have one of my vision board as my picture on my laptop and another on my phone.
That's smart.
Yes, that is the smartest. My last live was saying just that. We were talking about what is the positive and what is the positive factors of having a digital vision board and a paper vision board. And that was one of the plus. The plus was you can always have it handy. You can have it on your iPad as your screensaver, your phone, your laptop, the things that you are on consistently all the time. That way is keeping you accountable. Say if you're saying you're working on your weight, you say, I'm not going to eat X, Y, and Z, and then next thing you know, you put that back in your life, but not on purpose, but you got your phone in, you go to sit there to check to go order something or go look at something. You're like, oh shoot, I shouldn't even be doing this. well, I need to get out of here because this ain't part of the goal. You off course. So that's the plus with it, because it's with you every single day. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like whatever you use the most, wherever you're going to look at the most, I think that's the most important. I think that's the most, that's the place that you should make a vision board, that you're looking. That's the purpose of it. So it's constantly in your vision, right?
And if you don't do a digital one, just take a photo and save it as like your wallpaper, because that's what I'm gonna do, because I have a manual one. I do my digital one on Pinterest, but I like having my manual one, and it's different for me. Like my visual one, that one is the ones that I want to see. Like, you
Okay.
know, for example, like I'll do my digital one with like the kind of house I want, what kind of furniture I want in that house, like that kind of stuff, things that are visual for me.
Yeah.
I'll do like a digital of that. And then the things that are like check off, kind of things. I'm a check off checklist person. If I see it and I could check it off, like that's when I feel good about it, So for me, I'm the same way with books. I have to read the book. I don't want a digital book.
I like me too. And I have a Kindle. I have a Kindle and I have another, what's the other one? I really, which I'm mad, I paid all that money for those and don't really use it like that. And because it's something about turning the page.
It's the smell, it's the feel, it's the eyes burning and you can't put it down, and then you put it down and then you pick it back up. I just
yes, and too much screen time is not good for our eyes anyway. We're on here. Think about it. We're watching videos all the time. You're watching TV. You need reading. To me, I think is rest. To me, it's rest. And if I got a glaring screen, even though you could turn down the light and all of that stuff, it's not the same.
I get lost on the page too a lot because it looks the same to me.
Exactly.
It doesn't really look different. Like, when you turn the page and you could see how the different paragraphs kind of just stick out, and I don't know. I'm a bookmark. I'm that kind of person. I just love books.
Indonesia. Oh my. Okay. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm like,
you cut me off.
Blog too. Okay. Good morning. It is evening here, but good morning to you from Indonesia. Welcome to the live, and thank you for stopping in. Welcome to Jill's Comfort Zone, and I hope you come back.
Yes.
Hey, Muffy, welcome on in. Sorry for those I didn't. Hey, B-Hop Nation, welcome on into the live. Thank you so much for coming, and I appreciate you for coming up, Mixology, because half of the things that you are mentioning is the same for me. And I think my challenge is that Pinterest and getting to learn to use it more wisely than which I am. I have been kind of narrowing down things that I'm listing on there because it's just the internet. That's the internet for you. It has so much.
Too much information.
It's so much information that
the same thing going to the grocery store for me though. I want barbecue sauce, and I remember back in the day it was like 2-3 choices. Now you got 100, and you like, well, I want to try them all. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
so I'm gonna get this one this time, and next time I come, I'm gonna get this one. It's too many choices. Like,
welcome to love, Rodney. Well, how about it's too many choices with fake advertisement? You got some, and it's crazy because now you got to start reading everything now because they are just everything is vegan. Everything is vegan until you start reading the label. Everything is sugar free until you read the label, and now I think a lot of this stuff is, what is that with the who's that? The FDA? What is it again? They just letting everything slide through. Every business.
But only in America do they do that. It
Exactly,
is
because
so
other
many
countries
things that is
don't.
banned in other countries that they allow us to consume.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely, and it's sad. It's sad because you know things. It's so expensive and high everywhere. I guess you would say because their cost of living is high as well where they live at. But I would rather pay that money for something that I know that's what's in the product than to be having to guess and do research on everything I pick up. I should, if it says this, why do I have to read the fine print? You know,
I'm glad you say that because it's the same thing with like water. I have this discussion with so
yeah,
many people, and I tell them all the time, like, do not drink purified water. And they're like, why? And I'm like, first of all, you know, water should be just water, like spring water. That's what we should be drinking. But they add ingredients into the water to change the way the water tastes. And
right.
I'm just like, the more I learn about it, the more I'm like, even just with water, like read your labels. You'll see that it'll say sodium in it. Like sodium is salt. Why do we need salt in the water? They put salt in the water to make you thirstier, to make you buy more of their product, you know? And so it's like water, we only really retain and process about a liter a day. And, the more you drink the salt, the more thirsty you get, the more you want to drink it. We hurting ourselves, So I tell people
Yeah,
all the time when I see them drinking like bottled waters, I'm like, I'm not telling you what to do, but just read your label. And they always look like, why it got more than one ingredient? I'm like, that's the thing
absolutely.
that make you say, right? So I'm a label reader now. And once
Yeah,
you learn what something is, it's kind of, easy. But
right.
that's why I believe in cooking from scratch. I don't always cook from scratch. I'm not going to sit here and say we don't eat processed food because we do. It's convenient. But I am a from scratch person because of that. Like,
Same here. Same
I
here. Most of
know
my
what's
food
going in
is
my cornbread. I know what's going in my biscuits. I know, you know what I mean?
yeah, because it's important. It really is important to know what's in your food, but I and that's me when I'm cooking. I like to give a lot of options and stuff. But not to get off track. I want to stay
No,
on track about this
no, I,
board.
I, I do too, but you just said that. You
No,
said
no, no. You good? No,
it.
you was fine, girl. You was fine.
I do
Um.
have a intellectual one since we were talking about books. My
Okay.
intellectual goal is to read and finish, not pick it up, not buy it, not look at it, but read and finish it
Me.
by the end of
That
the
is a
day.
goal that I want to achieve. As well. I used to go through books
Me
like
too.
crazy. Like I used to go at least. I could read. I used to could read at least 25 books a month. No lie. I will tell you no lie.
No, I believe you because
I
it was
read
a point in time.
25 to 30 books a month. I used to be able to do so.
I
But
believe you because there was a point in time where me and my best friend, we were going to Barnes and Nobles like every 2 to 3 days, and she would buy 2 books, I would buy 2 books, and once I finished reading, I would give it to her. We would like swap. So we was reading like 4 to 5 books every week, and just me and her. And it was fun because it was like a little mini book club. After we both read the books, we would talk and stuff.
see,
But
I
I
was
very
listening
cool.
to you. What do you think about this? I was listening to you yesterday. And this is a little off topic a little bit, but not really, because this could be one of your goals. And
Mhm.
I heard you speaking about your channel. Don't delete your channel. Don't start over. What you need to do is focus on the things I see you love cooking.
Mhm.
Pursue it. Do it. create those videos. If you need help editing videos, I can do that. I can help you with that too. Like everybody, any tips, any questions or whatever, create the videos. Videos to me bring more viewers, and once you get monetized, it does make more money as well than versus live. But do that. Set the goal with what you want to explore on your channel, and it could be a channel of diversity as well. Don't give up. Keep pushing. That could be, your next year goal or your this year goal. Don't give up the channel. Don't start over. You could start deleting stuff that is non to your present content that you want to do. And since you said bringing books, that could be something, collabs with each other and other like-minded folks, and getting your channel out of the algorithm that it is in currently. I thought that I am going to, because I do have another channel, but I want that to be focused. I want that to grow organically, just like this channel did. My channel, I grew it organically. I did not go to grow groups, where they're like, drop your links, share your links, this and that, this and that. I didn't go to those. Because I wanted organic people. If you're going to come see me, visit on my channel, I want it to be because you like the content that I give, that you like, what I'm bringing to you, and not because you're force fed because you watch me, I gotta come watch you now. You watch me, I gotta come watch you now. That kind of stuff never works, because as you continue to grow and the more subscribers you get, and the more, especially if it's all full of content creators, right? Everyone's making content. So if you're spending hours and hours of time watching content with content creators in daily basis, it's good to network. Yes, I'm not saying that, because I support a lot of people. I do. But if you are constantly watching, when are you creating content?
I'm not. And that's why I said I gotta stop.
So you gotta have a
It's like I literally had this epiphany,
watch.
like, dude, all the time you spending supporting, which is not a bad thing. Like, I don't want it to be a bad thing.
Oh, it's not a bad thing. It's just having limits in setting a schedule. So I being on here, when I came on here, that's all I was doing. And then I was rushing putting my content together. Then listen, my daughter used to scream at me like, go to bed, because she'll hear, me watching somebody, and it's because you're trying to support.
Right.
And I get it. And she's like, go to bed, you be up. And it got into where it was getting into my personal life, because now you don't have time to do, now you're up, you're trying to put out content, you're trying to run a business, and you work a 9 to 5. And you're trying to support everyone. It doesn't work like that. Sometimes you have to shut this off and put a schedule. And that's what I kind of practically did. Make a schedule, and stick to it. If you say you're not going to be doing this and I'm going to do that, shut it off. Hey, over 50 and fabulous. Happy Saturday. How are you doing? Yeah, it's impossible. It's impossible to live a normal life in just be online all day long.
Oh yeah.
So what I do is now I will run playlists. Well, I've been doing that. Running playlists. I will put it on, let it run. That's me giving you your watch. I may not post on every video. I might be in the sky, because once you drop down, and especially if the topic is hot, you are tempted to converse, because let's be real, the chat is where it's at.
And that's the thing that I noticed about myself, right? Like, I've done all of that stuff. I've run playlists, I've done live, trains, I've done all kind of stuff, right? Yes. But my thing is, what I haven't done is focused on my channel. And I think the reason is I always said, well, I didn't want to start it anyway. You know what I mean? But I did have a channel previous to this one. And it got to a point where it didn't have nothing to do with YouTube, but it just got to a point to where I was like, I don't want to do it, right? So I deleted the channel and my friends went nutso on me, you know, but I still wanted to support them because for me, my YouTube channel wasn't I don't know, it morphed. You know what I'm saying? Like when I came on, it wasn't what it ended up being. And I just didn't want that, you know?
But it's okay. And it's okay though. It's not a wrong and a right thing. We learn. We grow. We learn. You learn how to, you know, manage, and networking is good, you know, doing that. And back to what I was trying to say, that networking part that you speak about. I heard you were talking about wine tasting and you had gifts for, you know, those and come through and wine testing. I won't be tasting the wine with you guys, but I will be in the building with my own glass of wine, enjoying the time with you guys. You know, so it's you know, and we used to, yes, running playlists. I do that. Just no one ask. I just go ahead, and if I'm in a live and I hear someone trying to get to their watch hours, and we know what it is. I know what it is. I started from scratch. I started not knowing when I started my channel. I did not know, you know, what it took to grow the audience and all of that. And I was okay with the slow subscribers. And like now, I would probably be well over the amount of subscribers that I do have if I was out more and doing more and you know, doing all of the things and chasing. And I just can't. I can't do it. It's overwhelming and it started taking control. But running playlists, that's a thing that you can do as well, because when you already had a channel for so many years, you know, YouTube start taking those hours from you.
Yeah, they do.
After the year. So
that's the thing I think that made me kind of be like, wait a minute. When I looked and I saw how many videos, how much watch hours I have, I'm like, this math ain't mathing, right? And then, you know, I realized like, oh, well, first of all, a lot of that content is like years old and privated. You know what I'm saying? So,
but I would,
I need
if you're trying to get your hours.
Focus on, well, no, I just need to, like, instead of sitting in a live and chatting, I could run a playlist. Like, that's not an issue.
No, I'm talking about for you.
Be there. I can't physically be listening. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to cut that background noise off and like go and do what I wanted to do with my channel when I put those videos on private. You know what I'm saying? Like, my whole thing was put them on private, get them tagged, get them linked together. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to do my channel the way I want my channel to be, but I'm not giving myself that time. So I said, you know, I'm setting my goal. I got a 3-month goal to get it to look the way I want it to look, and creating on a schedule and all of that. That way, when I go back to being my supportive self, because that's what I came to YouTube to do anyway. It was not to be a content creator. It was to, you know, throw a video up if I felt like it. Like, it was that. But because I now want to be a content creator, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's important to me, but I can't keep chasing my tail and chasing those watch hours. Like, I'm not going to do it. You know what I mean?
No, you put the content out there. This is why I say focus on your content, put the content out there, Do your live, continue, stop looking, don't look at the hours, keep running it, keep doing it, and have people run, not, I'm talking about people run your playlist, not you running people playlist. I'm saying so that those hours start
Right, but I gotta get y'all some playlists to run. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not there.
So you just make one playlist and say binge watch me. One playlist with all of your videos in one. So that means make one playlist.
Right.
And you put all of your videos under that one playlist. So when you tell someone to run the playlist, and I know it's hard, but for me, I have several devices. I definitely can put it on, and no one has to, you don't have to sit, for people who run playlists, you don't have to sit there.
Right.
And watch every video. So once you put that together and you start asking people to run your playlist, put all of your video, your lives, everything in there. And that is that's in there that don't have copyright, all of that stuff. So that's important. That's where you start at. Those copyright videos need to go. If you're trying to get monetized and stuff like that, the copyright, you need to clean that up. Clean it up. And I know it's hard, not, talking no music, but find you some non-copyright music, which is you can use the YouTube studios for the copyright-free music to play. They have a site which I started using as well. It is a course for that site, but YouTube does have copyright-free music that you can use. But they do have a site, Epic Mic Sound, that you can use to, those are free music. It is a fee a month for you to do that. Hey, a view is a view. Welcome to the live. Thank you for stopping through. Happy Saturday, hon. Thank you for sharing me out as well. So there's things you can do. Just put your mind. And I think once you do that, and like I said, I'm here. You have any, and I know you're surrounded by some wonderful content creators as well, who knows and who's monetized. So, speak. And you know what? A closed mouth don't get fed, right? So you got to communicate, network, do that. I'm all about helping everybody. Growth is amazing. It's amazing when you have people who want to help and who want everyone to win, not for a coin, not for a price. This is a free app and we're all trying to win. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like that's what my purpose is most of the time coming on here. Just being helpful to those and encouraging one another, supporting one another. No, everyone can't be at every live. No, until I build it up, because I don't go live much. So I don't expect a big house full with 100 people in it and all that. I listen, I might start stuttering when
I want that though. Like
I don't even I love it, like all of that. I love the small, intimate chats.
Me too.
I love that you get to know who you're talking to, who comes in the building, and who, that's loving to me. It just it's a special feeling, so I love doing those things. And so, as I said, just go for it. Do your best, focus on your goal, whether it is just going ahead and exploring more into the cooking, create your cooking videos, sit down. That way, in your leisure time, you're cooking and you got your breaks and all of that. The live cooking is awesome too. You know what I mean? And so I'm trying to get more into live cooking. I just don't. That live cooking takes a lot. Live takes a lot, period, out of me. Going live takes a lot because it's like, I want to know what I'm talking about. I want to set the boundaries. I want to get off and get on. Like I said, I was going to be on here for 30 minutes. It is going on an hour. You know,
Right.
I need to start setting these limits so that my replay game does not have to sit through an hour live to get all the jewels. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? And so especially when I'm speaking of this, but this is okay because my live was just saying let's get on the panel and let's talk because tomorrow I'm gonna get to the meat and the cushion of the whole of the whole vision board. So which is good. I was
Right.
just wanting to see and have people share what their challenges were creating their vision board, what they have. So this open panel was great. That's why I say you're not really off topic or anything like that because it's a panel just to discuss what it is. See, over in 50, she have 4 or 8 hour block videos on a playlist. Yes, that's wise too. It's a wise things too to make those kind of block with 20 hours or something like that too. But
Hmm.
if you have people who really in your corner, who you've been really supporting, who really support you, put that on and let them run that playlist. They could break that playlist down, like run it until okay, I'm gonna come back to it. At least they'll see where they stopped off at the playlist and keep running it after then. I used
Yeah,
to
and that's
run.
and that's all I want to do. Just like really a make it easier for people to find me because a lot of people say they can't find me. And then the other thing is that's why I use my community wall like I do,
Hey,
scaring
PCT
people
girl,
out
pretty
and
chocolate
stuff like
girl.
that.
Yeah, that's it. Don't give up, girl. Keep pushing. You
No,
know,
I'm not necessarily giving up, but the goal might have to change. You know what I'm saying? Like it just might have to. I'm okay with that. Like I started saying I'm an Aries. I get bored easy. And
yeah.
especially if I feel like I'm not obtaining the goals where I'm at, it's not giving up, it's moving on. That's how I look at it. Like,
Okay.
the other thing is, for me, it's not like a discouraged. I think people think I get discouraged or I'm not encouraged. It's not that, right? But it is very time consuming. Very time consuming
Well, it
to
is.
create
Listen,
content,
all of this is time because
So
anything worth having. Let me tell you something. Anything worth having is time consuming.
right, and I'm
That
like,
means you gotta
at this
you gotta
point,
put you gotta put aside. That's when it comes to what is most important for you and what is the benefits.
right,
What's the benefits? That's what I'm looking for. What is the benefits? And so that's why I slowed my pace down because if I'm not going to reap benefits, like I put a lot of money into my channel as well. I
mhm,
heard you say that. I'm talking about food.
mhm,
I'm talking about food. I'm talking about equipment. I'm talking about um, giveaways. I'm talking about supporting, showing love. Like, listen, your channel when listen when you have a channel and you trying to show love, I've been dropping little love gifts to especially like your mods, people who really support you and stuff like that because I know this is a non-paying job, right? Your
right,
mods don't have to be there. Like today, I don't have any mods in the house, which is great, and they don't have to be here. I'm not mad. I don't. People have a life.
right,
You can't expect every time you click a button that it's going to be, somebody who, always there. People work, and I understand that. That's why I don't listen. I don't jump up and down for no mod sticks or not like that because I know I can't be there all the time. I can try, but so it's all about your expectations and what you're getting out of YouTube, and that's how you apply it. You leave it there, let the video make itself.
yeah, and
And
that's the thing. Like, I guess I don't know how to describe it, but it's like it's not even like expectations. It's like I don't even know how to describe it, but I hear what you're saying. I definitely hear what you're saying, and I agree. You know, I think it's more or less like I don't know. Like it sounds weird saying it, but it's just like sometimes it's not the
I'm laughing. Look, you had me clicked. I clicked the wrong button because I'm like, huh?
it's
No,
just like
it does
sometimes
happen.
it's not the
Listen,
time.
no,
You know what I
listen,
mean? Like
it's okay.
sometimes that season is over and you gotta move on to something else. Like my life is getting busier, you know? And it's like I
That's
can't
why
keep
you said a.
putting
That's why
in.
you said a day. Someone told me start, and they. That's why they said. They said, listen, sit down, look at your schedule. Things may change. Things happen in life. Set a schedule and a time. If you come on that certain time and be more regularly, and set what it is meant for you to do, you know, um, that's why you give yourself that schedule. And
Yeah.
that's when you work your time in and say, this is the day I'm going to be. So a lot of the times when I be listening to lives, I be in here editing my videos while I'm listening.
And see, that's the thing I don't do. Like I'm engaged.
And so,
So
and it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to not, engage, but yeah, just set that focus. That's what it is. And that's still a challenge for me as well, especially with me coming into different sectors or communities here
right.
online. I'm learning different communities, and so it's kind of hard because you're trying to pay attention who's who, what's what, and when you're exploring. So what I said I'm gonna set a day where I do exploring, maybe cleaning the house, and I'm listening, but I can look at the same time, or something like that, and be more active in my life too, but still out there exploring different areas. So it's kind of
Yeah,
hard.
more mindful. Yeah.
Over 50 and Fabulous, which is also an awesome content creator. I love her. She loves the Lord, and she talks a lot about God and cooks. She does different things on her channel as well. And she said it's like if you support many and the favor is not returned. I mean, never returned. That right there is frustrating. Been on YT for 9 years and synced it all. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I
Yeah,
synced
no,
it.
that is frustrating, but at the same time, like I've sat in small chats where those content creators absolutely support. It's the bigger chats where you could be in there for years and they don't even know who you are. They don't know that you create content. You're just a subscriber to them. You know what I'm saying?
But
And
let's
I
be
get that
fair.
as
Let's
well.
be fair. Let's be fair. Bigger content creators are where they are already. They have their base. They are not watching a whole bunch of YouTubers. And if they are watching the ones who they built relationships with when they were climbing that ladder, who had support them already. So let's keep that funky for real, for real. Those
Oh, and
bigger content creators.
I
So
don't blame them.
only way they notice things is with dollar signs. I'ma be honest. Or
Oh, yeah.
unless they see you constantly in their, or saying stuff. If you talk a lot in their stuff, they'll notice you more. But as they get bigger like that, they ain't noticing no and I can't knock them. It's hard to see them chats be moving so fast. They are it's hard to see everyone that's in there. So I really don't even look for them to come support, to be really honest. And I have to even respect one big content creator who I do know who show love and will notice you and come through your chat. And I have to say, B Loves Life.
Mm-hmm.
When I say Be Love Life, she is amazing. She's a big content creator, but she pays attention. And in more so, not just only in her community, which is the mukbang community, where I, normally be, and from, she does support and she does things so she can notice. Like even if she does a challenge or you purchase something for her from her and you're trying her sauces or her seasoning, she would definitely post you on her community board and show you love and things of that nature and share you out. Because when you get but so big, when you get big like that, you can't see everybody,
Yeah, and I'm not talking about the beloveds of the world. Like she got millions of viewers. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about the people that click live and in a minute they got 1,000 to 10,000 in their chat. Like that's crazy for you to want to be seen in those kind of environments. I'm not talking about that.
Oh, okay, I got you. And see,
Yeah,
my
I'm not talking
mindset
about
with this is
that.
if I'm watching you because I like your content.
Yeah, no,
Um,
and
and,
I think
and, and not
that's absolutely a fair assessment because no matter whether they a big content creator or not, I've watched some big content creators when they were smaller, and as they got bigger, I didn't like them so much anymore, and vice versa. I watched them when they were smaller, didn't really care for them. As they got bigger, I saw, you know what I'm saying, something different in them. And then some, I'm just indifferent about them, no matter whether they was big or small. I like them or I don't. So I think it's just you have to find the people that you fit with. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm finding about YouTube. Like, it's not necessarily where you want to be entertained, but where you fit in. You
that's
can
just
have
it.
several different. You
That's
can have
just it.
several different areas, right? You can have the areas that you're entertained. You can have the areas that you are in. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to
And
get.
that's what I was just about to say. You need to flow into you like cooking, start going in them rings and spreading your whatever you like to do. Like I want to read more books like you said. Like let's do some book reviews. Let's do stuff that network and bringing everyone together and doing more positivity stuff. And the only way you could get yourself out of the algorithm of the people who don't support or those places you're trying to is not watch. Maybe go over there and watch under another channel.
Right, and that's what I was saying. But even then, I still want to hold fast to what I stuck myself to. Focus on me.
Period.
Just focus on me, and it's not to shade anyone or slight anyone. It's like get your ish together. You know what I'm saying? And then do the other stuff. You know what I mean? But like right now, I already know me. I'll be listening, trying to get my playlist together. I could be trying to support or listen. I hear something, and next thing you know, I'm in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Like, and even if it's not live, like I just want to see the chat, what the chat say. And then next thing you know, my stuff is on the back burner. So I know
Well,
myself.
put it there.
I
Look,
have
put it on
to.
the TV where you can see the chat.
Yeah, no, I mean, no, 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 no. I'm nosy. I'm trying to tell you, I'm nosy. I mean, if I'm a watch, I gotta watch. And that's the thing about YouTube, right? Before I knew about the lives and the interaction, it was a whole different world. Like the interaction makes it interesting. You know what I mean? You can interact with the content creator. You can interact with the subbies. You can interact with, like that's what's fun. How many times have you wanted to say something to Oprah after watching her show, but you didn't have nowhere to put that comment? So you just yell it at the TV screen, Like it's different. It's a different world. And for me, I know myself. Like I gotta focus on me, and I'll be back.
Well, you will, and you will. So it's kind of like, I try to be. It's one thing to be consistent and try to stay in, and that's the thing. Stay in. If I'm gonna do a cooking live, that's why I want to be. I haven't done a cooking live because, it's because I want to stay on topic. I want to be, into what I'm doing and talk about different things and getting to know my audience. So until I could get, I got to do it a little bit more. And I have to shout out Chef Finest Wine. He kind of got me out of my comfort zone, because I had never did a live cooking before. And I did it with him and another.
Right?
Huh?
Chef Finest Wine.
Yes.
That's my BFF.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yes.
Girl.
We've been walking these streets for years together. Literally, if you go in his comment section, I think under like the last video he did, I'm like, hey BFF. That's what I call him on here. That's my BFF.
Wow.
I love Chef Finest Wine. Yes.
I did not listen. Thank you. I did not notice that. I noticed I synced you. Well, I seen you a lot of places. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Thank you, Over 50 and Fabulous. I appreciate you. Hey, Tristan. Welcome into the live. Hey, Love Lux Girl. Welcome to the live as well. This has been great just talking. So yeah, Chef Honest One. That's my peeps. I do love me some Chef Honest One, and he got me out of my comfort zone of going live cooking. And even I'm still not out of my comfort zone because it's a lot. It's a lot to do. And I like to have everything ready and sitting there so that I can stay on task, so I can be able to still talk to my audience. And it's about, when you separate what you do. So if you're going to do cooking, do the cooking and doing the talking during the cooking. And then if you want to sit like now, I should have broken this live up, but it's okay because I was talking about period. Challenges could be anything. But this is not a main, far as the main live for the poster boards for vision boards. I'm sorry. But it's cool to sit here and chit chat and talk and do that. But when you're being specific, say, okay, and have your talk, and then you can have a separate live just where you cooking. Because the main thing is people come to hear you cook. And they want to see you cook and you want to do this. So that's why I was telling him I was getting so confused. I'm like, I can't do this and keep up with the chat.
Yeah, it's definitely difficult. It is challenging when you cooking because you're trying to focus on your food, but your people talking to you, so you want to talk to them so they engaged as well. Like it's a lot. But at the same time, like, I don't know, for me, like when I go live, it is a time just to chit chat regardless to what I'm doing. So
but that's what I mean, yo.
It's like the time to spend with your people.
Yeah.
The videos, the uploads, those are more geared towards like the topic, at hand. But for me, and I'm sorry, I feel like I done took over your life. But for me, I like talking. And it's just, natural conversation for me, you know. So
So,
that's
for example, so let's make an example. Let's be real. Let's be real. Let me bring a broader picture, right? So, depending on who you want coming in and what you're doing, right? So, if I'm going to come on a live and say, "Hey, we're going to talk about X, Y, and Z," that I'm like you, girl. It's easy for me to get thrown off. Thank you, Love Lux girl. I appreciate that. And I'm glad you enjoy watching. I gotta come back, and I am coming back with some more delicious meals and things, which I have been dropping a few, but I gotta figure things out because those shorts has been taking over my channel a little bit because it feels so easy to do shorts.
it is so ooh, it's so easy and
But
it's addicting.
it is, but I don't want to. I really want, my goal on here was to show what I do and explain the process. And I think I'm taking it off board where, I'm shortening the people and the things that I came on here for, and just to let people get to know who Jill is. So that is a fun thing. My thing is when I cook and I go live, I think my scary part is when I'm in the kitchen, I do whatever. So it's kind of hard for me to say I'm cooking X, Y, and Z because I never stay on course. You hear me? I will, when I'm talking about to the recipe, like, because I'm a free girl. I may say that we got all of this stuff here in the video, and I'm going to do it. That's why it was so hard for me to do and record my cooking videos, because when I cook at home, any free given will, I may switch up half of the daggone ingredients. Okay. I may be in there like, oh, and then something just hit my gut. Like
Right.
the ancestor
Because
just
your
added,
taste changed
like
by the day.
the ancestor added something on my tongue and changed my taste bud. And now I went from making an Italian dish and went straight to goddamn India. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? And so I had to learn
That's because you a
control.
cook. That's because you a cook. I could tell you a good cook just by that statement alone. And the reason I say that is because people that don't know how to cook stick to recipes, right? People that know how to cook go with a feeling. Like one day I was gonna make some meatballs and I tasted the sauce before I put the meatballs in, and I said, hold on. This need fish. Baby, it was the best meal ever. Like I threw that fish up in there and let it stew up in them tomatoes and capers and it was so good,
Child.
but it was supposed to be meatballs. So
Yes.
we had to switch course like right then and there, and it was the best decision ever. So I get it. But I
And
know
that
you
was
a good
that
cook.
was my biggest challenge coming on here, creating dishes and recording. And so sometimes the video to me, when I go to preview it before I post, it seemed choppy to me. And that's because I had to chop it up because I done went elsewhere. And so many dishes I've made that I didn't post on here is because that's what happened. I started out one way and turned out another way. And my kids said, Mom, you need to be you. I
Yep.
think you should still post those
Yep.
because that's who you are. You're not on one track, and they would like that. And put in all of this, you in there. I'm trying to be so, adequate, and so perfect. And it was like, I think you coming on here being the real raw you and being in there, you probably would have millions of subscribers already. But that's not what I really intentionally came on here for. But I get it. But that's hard, and because I that's a privacy. You know what? Cooking for me cooking for me is therapeutic.
Yeah.
Cooking is my comfort zone, as that's what my name is. And so when I'm stressed or anything like that, I go in there and I create a dish. That's a hobby. It's not a life. That's not a career for me, is what I want to say. I've had offers to do a restaurant, do whatever, but I don't want to do that for a living because this is my peace space. So when I need to think about something or anything else, I used to head to the kitchen. My kids got me up here on YouTube cooking, okay? Because I never would have been on here
God
if they
bless
know.
your kids.
And they like you, but I want you to be you in there. They keep saying this, and I'm like, they don't want the real Jill, okay? Because Jill be cussing and stuff, okay?
Oh, they don't want the
Jill
real
be
me.
cussing.
I say
Jill be in there cussing. I'll be in there dancing, talking about I did that thing. Oh, how you like it? You know what I mean? And I know that should be me because that is an exciting show, but I just be wanting to be
polished.
I know. I just
And you know what? I'm gonna do it for you because that's exactly what I do. I get happy when my food tastes the way I want it to taste. I, that's just me. That's just I don't know. But I so appreciate you letting me come up. I'm gonna drop down so you can
okay,
finish
huh?
up
Yeah,
your
because I'm gonna
vibe.
close out in a moment. I appreciate you, mixology. Hey,
I appreciate
well,
you.
let me just one quick. Hey, Lucinda. Hey, Lion Pride. Hey, girls. Hey, mamas in the building. Hey,
Hey,
girls. But real quick though, thank you so much, mixology, for coming up, sharing with me your challenges on creating your vision board and your thoughts on things and giving me some awesome insights on the better way to use Pinterest. Thank you, because I think I'm using it right, but it's just that it gets so overwhelming with all those pictures and stuff like that. But thank you so much.
well,
That
I want to
really
thank you because you actually gave me some content to do. So I thank you. I thank you for the challenge and all the encouraging words. And yes, I did jot down some notes while we were talking.
and that's all good because that's what you're supposed to do, and especially as a content creator, notes is a must. I'm glad that you are on board with joining us doing our vision board
Of course.
for Women's Month Challenge. I can't wait to see what you come up with on April 1st. That's the reveal. I do have a surprise for everyone and then I want to do I okay, here it goes. I want to see how creative everyone become with this vision board. I myself is not included, so it is going to be a little challenge. But I didn't want to say that because I want people to be themselves creating this challenge.
Right, right.
So I'm gonna still leave that out because whatever it is, it's a challenge. I just want you to be your normal you. And I said it's a surprise, and it's still a surprise because I didn't say what it is anyway. I just can't wait to see everyone vision board on April 1st. So put that down on your notes. April 1st
Oh
is
yeah.
the
It's the day before my birthday, so I won't forget it.
oh goody! So that's an early. Are you doing something on here for your birthday?
Yes, I'm gonna have a wine tasting with a few
Oh, that's
friends.
the wine tasting. Okay,
Uh-huh.
gotcha.
And then the day of my birthday, I always spend that with my friends and my family. So I might like
Okay,
do like some little shorts, because we're gonna go to brunch and hang out with my best friends of 30 plus years. So we're gonna do some like, fun stuff with the family and the friends that day. But like the following day, I'll be on my channel.
Mines, if y'all could drop mixed allergies link in the chat if you can, if you're still here. Please go ahead and show Mixology some love. And go over, check her out. If you love the content or you like the content, go ahead and click that subscribe button. Go ahead. She is truly the real deal. When I say is
Oh,
raw,
thank you.
she has great conversation, raw, keep it real. She cooks. She was over there making some that was a roast. What is it? What roast?
I made corned beef.
Corned beef. Yeah, corned beef. I keep saying roast. I must be one of
It's
roast.
a roast.
Well,
Look,
it
I
is a
kept
roast.
calling it brisket, but that's because it's a brisket cut. You know what I'm saying? But I kept saying this brisket, and I'm like, why do I keep calling it brisket when it is
Thank
corned beef?
you, Lucinda. But yes,
So
I
thank you.
appreciate having you up here. And thank you for even clicking the link, adding to the commentary. I will be sure, and please be sure to look. Our link will be listed in my description box down below after the live. So you could check her out. And if you want, just, well, I'm sure you will, because she is truly a pleasant, a breath of fresh air.
Oh, thank
Right?
you.
And I love it. And I'm glad that we were able to bounce off of each other. We got to think about that book club, girl. We could
Yes,
start a
ma'am.
little book club
Yes,
and
ma'am.
do that thing, because I already started thinking about that, because I've been looking into, I think YouTube have like a YouTube book club thing. So I was
Oh,
looking
okay.
into that anyway a few weeks ago. So hey, never know.
Okay. Well, thank you for having me, and I'm
You're
gonna drop down to be
welcome.
in the chat.
Have a blessed Saturday. Thank
You
you.
too. Thank you.
You're welcome. Lux Girl said, girl, it's okay if your dish takes a turn. I like to see the meals. Yes, say that cooking is therapeutic. I don't think I spelled that right, but you know what I mean. I sure do. Luxy girl. Anyway, I'm going to go on out of here. You see how I said I was coming on here for 30 minutes, but end up in here for an hour and 30 minutes. That's because that's the way that God had that set up, and it's okay because I enjoyed mixology up here, learning a little bit more about her. She learning a little bit more about me. And it gave some of the people time to get in who didn't make it in. So thank you. And I appreciate y'all guys so much. And I hope to see y'all tomorrow. We will be on talking thoroughly about us creating our vision boards, and I'm hoping that someone will be woke enough to help me learn how to put this in place so where I can show you visions of how I'm going through my not Instagram, my Pinterest and Canva and things of that nature. Don't forget, there is plenty of tips and sites and channels that I gave you on my community wall to help you out with your vision board. So there is no excuse, ask no, or, do those things. But with that being said, guys, I love you guys. Y'all stay blessed. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And I hope you enjoyed this live. And to my replay gang, thank you so much. And I appreciate y'all. So until next time, later. Enjoy your weekend.
Clean, 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 clean. Ooh. Clean, 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 clean. Oh. Broken and clean. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Ooh. Choose comfort zone in her home. Keep watching all her videos.